Hey everyone, Greta here. Today I'll be sharing with you some of my favorite hip opening shapes. Now this is actually a request from someone and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's open up the hips. So today we need a wall. It'd be great if you have a wall. If you don't have a wall, don't worry about it. I'll give you another option that doesn't require the wall. And if you need blocks, grab them. Yeah, for me, I don't really need them, but I mean, if you need it, go ahead and grab it. And again, these are just some of my favorite stretches, my go-to whenever my hips feel tight. There are a zillion of other hip opening stretches out there in the yoga world, in the stretching world, so feel free to browse those if you need a bit more inspiration. Okay, so here goes. The first one I love is, I don't really know what it's called. It's kind of like a hybrid between a lizard and a pigeon. So we're gonna bring the right foot forward and the left leg goes back. So coming onto the outer edge of the right foot, so the back leg, it doesn't really matter how you place it, and you want to wing the knee out to the side. Now for this one, you really need to activate your outer butt, okay? And also feeling the outer edge of the heel or outer edge of the foot kind of pressing into the floor and just kind of open up. If I lift my back knee up, it's more intense. So just see how things are. If you feel there's a lot of pressure in your knee, then bring the heel closer to the body, okay? However, you do want to feel there is some sort of stretch happening on the outer hip, okay? And that's how I do mine. And then sometimes I would even go to the outer side of the mat, the opposite side of it, and just kind of wing the knee out. Again, keeping everything active. Okay, heel is pressing into the floor and you want to lean towards the bent knee side. And then I also want to engage my glutes, the muscles in my butt, and I just stay there. To some people it feels really, really intense, but for me it feels kind of cool. I'm a little bit crazy when we tend to open up the hip. So that's one of my go-tos. Second one is I have the needle. I generally would do it with the wall, with my back against the wall. It just helps me to find a better alignment for my body. But again, if you don't have a wall, don't worry so much about it, okay? So what you want to do is have the left foot on the mat and then the right ankle on the tip of the thigh, okay? So you can sit against the wall, okay? And having I'm doing the right side, so the left knee wants to point directly up at the sky, okay? And maybe just hug the leg a little bit closer. And then after a few breaths, what I would generally do is I would add a twist to it. Again, this is not for everybody, just see how things are for you. It feels really yummy though. What I want to do is just lift my right arm up, take an inhale, and then exhale, I would twist all the way to the left side. And then I would want to feel my foot pressing into my tricep pressing the foot away. That really opens up my hip. Everyone, if you feel staying in out the needle is perfect, then just stay exactly where you are. Don't forget that you need to be able to breathe quite comfortably in the shape. And again, all these shapes, you need to be taking good care of yourself, that nothing weird is happening in your knee or too much is happening in the hip. Another absolute favorite of mine is the straddle. So if I have a wall, I would generally just lay right up against the wall and I would just open my legs out and just kind of let it hang like so. Hold on. Just kind of let it hang like that. Okay, if you don't have a wall, what you can do is do it sitting upright. But then if I do it sitting upright, I would do a little bit more movement. So if you're doing sitting upright, you can always bend the knees if you like. And then I would kind of sway the body side to side. Okay. And then eventually, perhaps I'll just I want to stay here for a few breaths. And then eventually, if everything feels good, then I would just kind of stretch forward. And when I do stretch forward, I tend to lengthen my upper body and not collapse, not round too much. It's not so much about having the upper body touching the floor. It's more about the extension of the body, giving it more space, okay? And I just kind of chill here for a while. So that is it. First two shapes is more about the external hip. The last shape, the straddle, is more about the internal. For me, I like to do all just to make my hips happier. So let me know if that helps you, and don't forget to like my video, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And I also teach regular classes like in person and online. If you're interested, just drop me a message and I'll get back to you ASAP. Alright, I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.